seats are not necessarily higher than other seats. And yet, I have gone on the test flights of the A380, and I felt that the coach seats were pretty nice. Why aren't you charging more?
I think what you'll find on the A380 is because of the significant size of the interior of the cabin, there is certainly a feeling of much more spaciousness, and that adds to people's perception that this is a more comfortable aircraft, and I think that's part of the reason why people are going to want to fly on it.
All right, it looks like we are having some speeches coming in from the event at Changi. Let's head over and listen in.
To an aviation event that will be marked in celebration of the arrival of the first A380 is one of the proudest and the most anticipated moments for Singapore Airlines. We are very honored that our It's been a long time coming, but as we've approached today, the true sense of excitement among all of us at the airline has been replicated across Singapore. There's a genuine sense of pride among Singaporeans that SIA is the first airline in the world to fly this magnificent new super jumbo, and that Singapore's Changi Airport will be its new home. Tonight is also one of those occasions that firmly reinforces Singapore's place on the global stage. 40 years ago, when Boeing launched the 747, to probably a similar level of excitement and anticipation, it was the American carriers who were first, and it was New York that celebrated its arrival. Today, Airbus has completed one of the world's major engineering feats, designing and building the largest passenger aircraft ever, and it is Singapore that celebrates its arrival first. Singapore Airlines has always been an early adopter of new aircraft technology. We have adhered over the years to a policy of maintaining a young and modern fleet. Before I tell you more about what's inside the plane, just let me recap a bit of the history. Some years back, when we began assessing the next generation of high-capacity long-range aircraft, we identified some challenging requirements. Before it became all the rage to do so, we already set very high environmental performance expectations. Fuel burn per seat mile had to be considerably lower than existing aircraft, and the aircraft needed to be much quieter, even quieter than the strict standards set for London airports. These targets were ambitious, but the reasoning for them has manifested itself in what we see are deeply held views by many in our industry today, that airlines and aircraft manufacturers need to be improving our collective environmental performance. We announced our order in September immediately to develop the products and innovations that would make use of the extra space that this aircraft provides. This aircraft will carry more people in more comfort and with greater efficiency than any other planes. In that sense, the A380 is a game changer. We are very proud to be the launch customer for this new plane, and I hope you will agree with me that what you see tonight is not just a step in travel. The Singapore Airlines A380 is configured with 471 seats in 3 classes. Our new economy class seats, with improved design, provide more room and knee space. 27-centimeter personal entertainment screens comes equipped with full audio and video on demand, in-seat laptop power supply, and USB port for inbuilt office applications. In business class, there's a spacious 1-to-1 layout on the upper deck, with every seat forward-facing and having direct access to the aisle. The seat converts into a fully flat bed with separate sleeping surface. This seat has already been acclaimed the best business class product. And today, we launched the A380 version, even larger and more luxurious. And I have great pleasure in introducing to you the Singapore Airlines Suites, our newest cabin product in a class beyond first. There are 12 private suites on the main deck, each with a lounge chair almost about a meter wide. Seats are finished in soft leather with mahogany wood trim and are able to accommodate all lounging and seating postures. A separate full-size bed with a single-piece mattress measuring almost 2 meters long and 70 centimeters wide is included in each Singapore Airlines suite. The suite includes all modern facilities one would expect, including 58 cm LCD screen, a large dining table, and a chaise lounge, which will allow a fellow passenger to come in to join you for a meeting or just for a chat. A personal closet, and many more, as you will see later when you board the plane. In every class, these products are complemented by the exceptional service provided by our cabin crew. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to recognize the enormous effort that has led to the development of this new aircraft. Years of research, development, design and construction, followed by painstaking testing and certification, have produced the first completely new airplane in decades. The delivery of this aircraft is a historical milestone, a date of great pride for thousands of people across Airbus, Rolls-Royce, and Singapore Airlines, as well as the hundreds of companies who have supported us throughout this long gestation. There has been some turbulence along the way. Delays have caused us our share of problems. But the reality is, if we don't stay the course by backing manufacturers to develop these new aircrafts and ride the rough times with them, there will never be an incentive on their part to design and build new planes. To all the staff at Airbus, Rolls-Royce, and their suppliers, you have delivered what we know will be a magnificent new aircraft, one which will reshape the future of long-haul travel. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize the hundreds of staff across the Singapore Airlines Group who have worked tirelessly for the last couple of years to make sure that we are as ready as can be for the aircraft to enter service. For some of you, this has meant long periods away from home, and for others, completely interrupted schedules. All of you can take a great deal of pride in your individual and collective efforts to making the airline 100% ready. This effort reinforces my view that we have the best people in the world doing the best job they can. Your efforts are part of the enormously strong SIA spirit. I want to especially thank our suite amenity partner, Ferragamo, for the special door gifts they provide. And I'd also like to thank Mr. John Pratt, the Director General of Costa Estano, and Mr. Gilda Dolon, the General Manager of Pigeon Lalonde, for providing the stunning wine that we will be consuming tonight. And finally, to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us and celebrating a major milestone in the Singapore Airlines story. There is hardly a more fitting way to celebrate the airline's 60th anniversary than to welcome the world's first